This is a series of photographs of that I took on a wet Wednesday, June the 30th, 2010. This is the bus I get in to get my chemo. I'm a chemo patient. Notice the bus has bike racks on the front there, and I take the community shuffle that then takes me to the city buses, and I use this quite a lot. I find it very good, and very unusual wet day. The buses dropped me off here at the Greyhound staging, where you can get a bus to New York every day if you wish to, but it's also where the skyway picks up, and I get the skyway, which is a monorail, and by that means I travel around the city to get my blood work and my chemo infusion. I was diagnosed in August 2009, and this is Hemming Plaza in the center of Jacksonville, Florida. There's the library at the back there, and then to the left is the City Hall. Many events are done here on the 1st of the month. There's the City Hall there, and quite a lovely city to be in. I was in Pensacola when I first came to America in 2001, right after 9/11, and I came to Jacksonville in 2005. I find it a great cosmopolitan city, more in keeping with the immigrant. I was born in London, and I was in England 58 years. I was 67 in May. I married my beautiful Jacksonville wife in May 2007, although we've been together since 2005. That'll be me in a couple of years there, I think, with my beard. That's the sort of convention centre down there, and the monorail station. Very murky looking. I don't know why I kept that photograph, because it's not, and that gives you an idea of what it's like on the monorail when the weather's not wonderful. But it's unusual, so it made for different aspects, different colours, to go out on a day like this on public transport. And as a senior, I get to travel free. It's incredible. The buses are clean and pretty new and air conditioned, as are the monorails. There's a bus there travelling over the interstate direction, and this is where I get off here and walk to the Aetna building, where I get my 5-hour chemo infusion. That's the Baptist hospital there, where I see my doctor and where I had my surgery, and I just walk under that there flyover, and I'm at my chemo lab. 1 week I get blood work and maybe shots, and then the next week I get a 5-hour infusion. I don't have any pain. I'm in pretty good health mostly. There's a reflection of the monorail I was interested in there. A lot of concrete, unfortunately, around the city centre, but it makes for easy travelling. You don't see great big hold-ups like in some cities. That's the inside of the San Marco monorail station. It's incredible that so few people use the facility, really, but I'm sure glad of it. And that's down on the ground looking up at the monorail and huge buildings. There you can see right down and across the river to the Modis building. As I say, quite a gloomy sky and very, very unusual. That's the Museum of I'm forgetting now, Mosh, something. Anyway, there's a shot of vehicles coming off the the bridge there, and then the railway track. That at the end is the bridge which goes down to cross the river. And here I come to where I take my surgery, in this building, Aetna building. That bridge is down, and trains come across the river. But as I say, these buildings are awesome really, and I had to try and get them at a time when the weather wasn't too bad. And I'm back now, and I've had my blood work done, and now I'm looking to see if I can find some good weather to take a few more shots before it gets really seriously bad. It did actually get bad. I was on the bus when it was at its worst, and people had to get off in absolutely tornado weather. But here is a picture taken from what's called Friendship Park. I wish I could remember what that MOSH stands for. Anyway, we are on the south side of the St. John's River, and there's the Main Street Bridge, the Blue Bridge. At night and times of celebration, it's beautifully lit up, and fireworks and everything happen down there. You can see some water laying there on the side, and the clouds there. They're very, very unusual formations there. This is the fountain at Friendship Park, and again they have the jazz festival here and lots of other events. Someone looking at these photographs said it looked like a ghost town, and to some extent it does, because they're such fair weather people and just so used to having 300 days of sun or whatever it is a year, that quite often when it's a gloomy day like this, people just hibernate. It's incredible. But as an Englishman, I'm used to rain, and it's lovely warm rain, and people still wear their shorts and tees and carry their brolly in this kind of weather. So and it invariably doesn't last a terrible long time. This bridge here is Main Street Bridge. A relative had a bad accident on there earlier in the year because it's steel plated, and they become a bit dangerous on a day like this when it's rainy. Trying to change lanes is not a good idea, as he found out, broke his neck, but he's okay now. That's the Jacksonville landing over there, and the Hyatt Hotel, and some apartments down there. As I say, I loved the views. I loved the clouds, which were such a difference and made for different colorings and what have you, and all of it was just awesome to me to walk around. And one of the reasons for my doing this is that I recently got a Konica Minolta 8 megapixel digital camera from eBay, quite a bargain, with all the gadgets and batteries and filters and what have you. It was $150, so quite a buy really, quite a find. So I'm taking these photographs because I'm going to be doing a wedding in July, a family wedding, so I want to make sure I know this new camera. I saw dolphins out there, but I didn't manage to capture one on my camera, unfortunately. But here comes the ferry, which takes people back and forth from side to side and down each side of the river. And again, I had to really spend out because everything else is free. Oh, this is an interesting plaque about the role of the British. I'll have to let that stay a bit longer so you can read it. I'm now on the ferry. It cost a whole $2 to go along one side of the river and then up the other side, where all these photographs were taken from the different parts of the boat, and then a whole $2 to come back if you're a senior. So as I say, it's a good place to be, a good city to be on chemo, and to be having a lot of medical expenses, and be able to ride on the buses and skyways and trolleys and community shuttles, and do all that for free, apart from the boat, which is just a nominal fee anyway. There we see one of the other bridges, and on the left there the football stadium, Jacksonville Jaguars there, and there's the crew, retired guys who just have a lovely retired life. There's a statue there of the fisherman, of the sailor and his sail bag. Someone cleaning up their boat, hoping for better weather, no doubt. The economy affecting everyone, I should think, including all these pleasure things. So hopefully it'll pick up. This is a nice, was a restaurant. I don't know if it's open now, but as I say, when there are like New Year and 4th of July, the fireworks on the river are absolutely awesome, because they're all reflected, of course, in the water as well, and it makes it really a nice place to do. We don't do it every year, and with my condition, I'm probably not as excited as I have been in the past to go into these events. It's the Hyatt Hotel there. There's the Jaguars Stadium. People actually go out in their boats and watch it on the big screen sometime, and just lower their anchor and watch the game there. And that's the south side. That was the south side of the river. This is the north side. We're coming towards Jacksonville Landing. Here is the landing itself, where a lot of events take place, especially the Christmas tree lighting. This is me coming ashore on the north side, and the boat is going to do a bit of maintenance. I think they had a light that wasn't working, so I mean, you can't have a light that's not working, can you? Especially on a gloomy day. Anyway, it gave me a chance to walk around the landing a little bit and find a little bit of shelter. It did rain once or twice there, and not much going on, as I say. Someone remarked on the movie and on the fact that there's no one around. They're all sort of hibernating at home or doing indoor things, I guess. But as I say, us English, we're used to the rain, and it's usually cold, horrible rain, so I don't find this rain at all horrible. It's short-lived. Wear a jacket, take it off, and still have your short sleeve thin shirt on, and it's very enjoyable. It's a lovely place to live, and I'm so glad that my lovely wife convinced me that I would do well in Jacksonville, and I guess I do well in Jacksonville apart from having colon cancer, but we're better to have it than when it's where it's nice and warm. I hate the winter. The winter really does that's a black and white. I thought I'd taken those out, but I turned some of these photos into black and white versions just to see how they would look, and some of them are a bit repetitive, but to a photographer, of course, they're not. They're all absolutely different from each other, but I guess to the layman they probably do seem to be a bit repetitive, but as I came out, and everywhere I turned I saw something that I wanted to photograph. Here is the little marina, usually stacked with boats. Can't find a spot, but again, I guess the economy affecting that as well, so not quite so many boats moored at the downtown marina, and I always thought how nice it would be to live there, or have a boat that you could just have right in the center of Jacksonville, and off you go. very nice life, and Jacksonville, and very nice, very comfortable.